Hello friends, welcome to the Archer and Olive channel. My name is Elizabeth from The Joyful Sojourn. You might know me from Instagram and YouTube, and today we're going to talk about planning and getting more functional with our journals. So in case you didn't know this, Archer and Olive has an absolutely stunning planner in a vertical layout. This is the B5 size storybook for 2025, and it's great for people that like to list things out vertically every day. But there might be times when you want to try something different, or you might want a horizontal view. That's what we're going to make today in our notebooks. The first horizontal layout is going to have our weekly blocks all on one page and a dashboard on the opposite page. In the A5 size notebook, you're going to count down 3 dots and then 5 squares per day of the week. That makes sure that everything is even. And I like having a little bit of space up at the top because it leaves room for me to write down the month. Moving over to the opposite page, no matter what layout or sections I have within this dashboard, I always frame it out because when I'm converting a notebook or a journal into a planner, I just feel like it needs a little bit more structure. Things get really fun at this point, especially if you're a decorative planner like me. I'm using this Kit Club to add a little bit of panache, a little bit of style into my planning pages. And that's another fun thing about having all of your weekly days on one side and then this open dashboard on the right side. You have so much more room for activities and for creative play. Here, I'm just ripping up a piece of the scrap paper to add a little bit of an anchor and a statement piece on the right side. I consider myself a functional planner in that it's really important that whatever planning pages I'm using, they serve a purpose, that they are a way for me to organize my thoughts. But that is most frequently not at the expense of doing something creative, because I know that it is so important for my mental and emotional health to slow down for a few minutes every day and do something creative. So I definitely want to make sure as I'm setting up a dashboard like this that I have both the form and the function. I need this to help keep me organized, but I want it to look pretty and I want to go through the process of getting it set up because it just feels good. And now I'll just add some finishing touches like the month and the week for the dashboard, and we are good to go, friends. This is the first option if you're wanting a horizontal layout with 1 week per page. This next layout is kind of a modification of the first one if you need additional daily planning pages, but you have to be willing to cut your pages. So with a weekly and daily view, grab 3 additional pages and cut it down to size, whatever feels right to you, however much width you need per day. Pro tip, keep these larger scraps because they're super helpful when you're wanting to swatch out pens or you're wanting to create a to-do list really fast. It's really nice having that Archer and Olive paper to do your testing on. To help separate the pages and cover up those raw edges, I am running washi tape halfway on one side and folding it over on the other. Another way you could do this is creating a waterfall look, but I really didn't want that look in this weekly layout. So they're all the same width, but they have alternating colors and designs of washi tape. This next part, the decorative part, is entirely up to your interpretation. But when it comes to a horizontal layout, because you've got smaller spaces per day, I do try to keep most of my decorations to the far left margin. And then I layer my dates over the top so that I'm not encroaching too much into the center of the page. Add your dates, and this is about all the structure I like to have on this left side of the page. If you opt for a weekly overview and daily pages, I would recommend thinking about how you want your weekly overview to be used before you decorate your daily pages, because that's going to change how you functionally use them. If I want my weekly overview page to be for journaling, I'm going to create more of a functional layout on my daily pages. That means more bullet lists, more task lists, maybe even a hourly time block. But if I'm going to be using the weekly for functional stuff like appointments and tasks that need to be done each day, then with my daily pages, I can create more of a journaling layout or a gratitude layout where I'm doing more writing or journaling. Now to wrap up this layout with that last page, I drew a vertical line that was flush with the daily pages because I needed to create one last day, and that is Sunday. So I'm just replicating the look of the other ones and separating it from my weekly dashboard. In this example, I'm creating a few habit trackers using the Archer and Olive B5 stencil. If you don't have this thing, y'all really need to consider picking it up. I use it almost every day. This is an A5 journal, but this is the B5 sized stencil. And there's something really nice about having the stencil that goes over the length of my pages. So I use the B5 stencil in both the A5 and the B6, and I find it so satisfying. I also think the cutouts are different dimensions and different shapes between the A5 stencil and the B5 stencil. All right, let's wrap up this second example. I'm just adding some extra flourishes in the lower right column. It just kind of brings everything together. And this is my horizontal layout, 1 week on one page, but also giving you some dailies. Pretty cute, right? I like this one. Let's talk about 2-page horizontal layouts. Again, we are still in that A5 size, but what we're going to do is 3 dots down, we're going to draw a line, and the bottom dot, draw a line. Each section is going to be 9 squares because we're going to have 4 sections. So we're going to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the left side, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a note section in that bottom right corner. Since we used a lot of stickers and washi in the first 2 examples, I'm just going to use pen here and share with you some different notes about this layout. I love huge numbers. They are a statement piece and so pretty. So I'm just dating this layout with large numbers and then smaller days of the week using both sides of my Calligraph pen. Now this is where things get interesting because how you use this layout is going to vary based on what your needs are each day or each week. And that's what's so great about using a Archer and Olive notebook as your planner. You can change the layout every single week according to what you are forecasting the needs to be. Don't be afraid to try different layouts within the horizontal layout. That could be sectioning off each day with priorities or with journaling, or my favorite, using it kind of like a subject style layout where I'm creating columns by type or bucket of work and separating it out each day. If you think your categories are going to be the same for the whole week, just write them up at the top and plan them down vertically. I sure hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up and make sure you find me at The Joyful Sojourn on Instagram and YouTube. My discount code with Archer and Olive is Joyful10. And make sure you go over to the blog because I've created a printable that gives you the measurements on the 4 main sizes of notebooks if you're wanting to create either of these horizontal layouts. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!